Hey, how's it going, YouTube? This is Matty Ice of the Stone Family, bringing you into episode 7 of the Pokemon Crystal Versus. I almost forgot what we were doing there for a second, but it is the Pokemon Crystal Versus. I am joined, as always, by my versus opponent, one of my best friends, marlEXplores. Mark, how are you doing, sir?
You still can't have it right. It's okay. I'm doing great. I'm happy to be back.
I was so certain I was gonna do it this time. I was like, I got his name, and then I was like, frick.
Yeah, I was like, oh, my heart got warm because of your nice comments, and then I just listened to you disgusting pronunciation of my name, and I was just staring at the camera like...
Pronounce it for the viewers, please, because they're never gonna hear it correctly on my side until you say it. So go ahead and say it real quick so we can get it out of the way.
marlEXplores.
There we go. I'm still not gonna get it right, but
No, because that was too quick. Okay, marlEXplores.
Yeah. There you go, guys. That's how you pronounce it. that's his name right there.
I just do what Maddie does and don't care.
Facts. But let's do a quick team recap as I am accidentally in speed up mode for some reason.
Maddie.
Cheating already. Here we go. New year, new Matt. We're gonna cheat. Alright, on my side, we've got the level 13 Daisy, the Onyx over here. Nice and ground type, I think. Tackle, Screech, Find, and Sport. Oh, you're also rock type. Next up, we've got level 12 Gobble, the Snorlax, normal typing. Tackle and Amnesia. We're going over the typings just in case, you know, somebody might not know. Shoutouts to Raphael, who told me that Scizor is a female. We didn't mention that in one episode. I said I should have named it Pepper. But it is Stark the Scizor, female, Bug and Steel type, with Quick Attack, Pursuit, Leer, and Focus Energy. I said Raphael said that, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Level 10, Aragog here, Aragog the Spinnerack, Bug Poison typing, Poison Sting, String Shot, and Scary Face. And then lastly, we've got Frank the Ferret, level 4, normal typing, Scratch, Defense Curl, and Quick Attack.
Yeah?
That's all I got. That's it.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know, speaking of Raphael, we have to find him a nickname somewhere. Because he keeps bugging. I mean, he's supporting us.
Keep bugging. We love you, Raphael.
Yes. Okay, my team. I was I don't know what I want to say, but I also start with an Onyx. That was something that I figured when you said we start with Onyx, and I'm like, hey, it's Onyx. I have trapped the Onyx, level 11, with a lucky egg, because I have a lucky egg, Maddie, if you forgot, I have a lucky egg. With Tackle, Screech, and Bind. My Onyx is also rock ground.
No way!
Yes! I have Troll the Muck at level 14, with Poison Gas, Pound, and Harden, which is poison. That's a shocker. I have Palmer the Porygon 2 at level 16, with Conversion 2, Tackle, Psybeam, and Agility, which is normal actually. It's not Psychic. Oh, it's normal. I have an egg. I have Ash the Bayleaf at level 18 with a Miracle Seed. With the moves Tackle, Poison Powder, Razor Leaf, and Reflect. This is our starter with a Grass type. And... is that Ant? That's Ant. I have Ian the Pharaoh with level 13. With Peck, Growl, Leer, and Furry Attack, which is normal flying. That's my team.
So your Onyx is also rock ground type, huh?
Yeah.
As opposed to the fighting type Onyx that we could have gotten.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Now
I think.
Pokemon Company, we need a what is it? Hisuian form Onyx in
It's gonna happen.
In Legends Arceus, please. Fighting type. Let's do it.
Yeah, the new Onyx Evo that's totally gonna happen in Legends Arceus will be
yes.
rock fighting.
Yes,
ground.
facts.
Or fighting ground. No, I think rock fighting. Yes.
Rock fighting, yes. Is there a rock fighting type?
Well, Geodude is a rock and it's fighting, but other than that, I don't know.
Geodude's rock ground.
I know, but Geodude itself is fighting. Because, you know, that's what you do with Pokemon. They fight each other.
Oh my goodness.
Keep up, Maddie.
Alright, we're counting in. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my goodness, rock fighting. Okay, I got you.
That's what Maddie thinks when I speak. Just go.
Just go. No, is there? I'm trying to think. Is there a rock fighting type though?
I'm not quite sure. I'm just battling Mia right now, so I can't check.
Yeah, I can't check either. I can't think of one though. Like honestly.
Honestly?
Honestly? Puns.
Yes, we are back, people.
Facts. New Year's, same idiots.
Yes. It may have been a couple weeks since we recorded, but I mean, we never stop.
Buddy, I'm recording. You two figure it out, okay? I love you. They always come in here as I'm any other series, they don't come in here and bother me. I'm recording with you trying to do the verses, and they're like, oh, we gotta go bug Dad. Let's help Mark.
Yeah, they just like me.
Aiden even popped up. He's like, yep, we want Mark to win.
Thank you, Aiden.
Please go. Jeez. Aiden's my favorite TV, buddy. Go play your Switch. I love you. Jesus. They would not stop.
Nope. I hear some mumbling in the background, and I'm like, they're still there.
They're still there. They are here to help you.
Yeah. I can't wait to meet your kids somewhere. I don't know when, but at some
That
point
would
I
be
need to meet your kids.
That
And
would
you
be
can be
amazing.
there too.
You can be there. I mean, if you have to.
Yeah. Did I have... I don't remember. Did I have my encounter in the Slowpoke well? I don't think so. Because I just got in there when we ended, right?
I cannot remember, to be honest. That would actually involve me watching our series.
Yeah, that takes effort.
Facts.
Okay, I'm just gonna try to catch this Wigglytuff, and after or between recordings we're gonna check if I actually had my encounter, and otherwise I would
Actually, you know what?
Use it until we know.
We can do this too. Raphael, we got a job for you. Let us know if Mark has caught something in Slowpoke well.
Yes. And I will call this Raphael, just so you maybe were like, yes, I need him to use this. But
I do love the fact that he keeps me every time I make a mistake in a series, and it's honestly, I love it because he keeps me honest. You know, he's like, hey, you didn't do this correctly. And I'm like, oh, dang it. I'm like, he's right.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
You're like, I'm trying.
I just want to come back sometimes and be like, Raphael, you know I'm stupid. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, I also can't call this Raphael, by the way, because Jigglypuff is claimed by Gemini. Oops.
We got you though. We got you. Don't worry.
Yes.
I have claims on my channel, but I ignore them. So I got you, Raphael.
Yes. I honestly just purged my mascot list for people not in the server anymore. But you know, Gemini
I still got
still there. So.
I still got Glalie, right?
You never got Glalie. You never claimed them on.
Wow. I don't have to claim. I got like best friend clause over here.
I mean, you are a mod. Why would I care what my mods want?
Facts.
No,
I don't know if you saw earlier. I actually made you a mod in my Discord because I was checking it and I was like, oh, he wasn't a mod.
Yeah, that's why I've been giving you such a hard time. Now I can finally be nice.
He's like, I made you a mod. When is it my turn? I'm not gonna mention it, but when is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That was a crit, but he lived.
What? What, buddy? Oh, you're getting game. Okay. Oh my goodness, they're bothering me today.
Keep it up, guys.
Mark said keep it up, keep bothering me. Yo, it's Tadpole!
Tadpole?
Yeah, Tadpole's back. He's not an encounter though.
Aww, I caught the Wigglytuff, by the way.
There you go.
Yay. It's gonna be named Gemini. After Gemini, which makes sense.
So you're in Slowpoke well.
Yes, I'm doing very well.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, that's great. I'm happy to hear it.
2 more series, Maddie. 2 more series.
I can't with you. No, cause then we gotta. We're trying to figure out what to do with Gen 4 or 5 through 8.
Yes.
So it's like 6 more series at least.
Yeah, but there's 2 confirmed.
As soon as we figure out, or as soon as we complete Gen 8, they're gonna be like, oh, Gen 9's released, guys, and we're gonna be like, oh, what's up?
Yep.
So you want to do a versus in Gen 9? Oh, also, I don't know if you want to, because I know we were also talking about Gen 8 is on the Switch, and I know at one point, like, are we just gonna do a basic, if we ever get to that point, 10 years from now, are we gonna do a basic playthrough because it's harder to randomize it? I have figured out how to randomize Gen 8, so if and when we ever get to that point, we can randomize Gen 8 if you want to.
Without messing up our switches?
Yes.
But, I mean, technically you always could randomize, but then it would just be like wonder traits or something.
No, yeah, I got it to, it's got nothing to do with our switches.
You can actually randomize.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with our switches.
Yeah, no, I mean, we can talk about that when we get to that point. Yeah.
We'll talk about it in 10 years. No worries.
By the time a Switch won't even work anymore. But...
Facts.
Oh, it's got nothing to do with the Switch, so never mind.
Oh, that'd be funny. Like, I tell you that, and then we go to do it, and I'm like, oh, by the way, can you grab your Switch? I just need you to do one thing. That is an Entei. Hello, Entei.
I just need you to do one thing, and that's an Entei. I don't know where this is going, but I just killed Skiploom.
Is that your encounter?
No, that's a grunt, man. You only
gotta
get
slow
one
down.
encounter in Slowpoke well.
Yeah, you gotta slow down. Cause I haven't caught up yet.
I mean, did you slow down in yellow?
I actually sped up toward the end.
So, your point is?
We're not at the end.
No. We're far from
I sped
the
up
end.
at the exactly. I sped up at the end. You're speeding up at the beginning.
I'm not speeding up. I'm just better than you.
Wow. Alright.
And there is absolutely no proof other than the fact that I'm ahead of you and you were started and I did not. Other than that, I'm way worse.
I hope you get the 3rd badge and then just lose. Oh, frick,
I also hope I
get
get the 3rd badge. You kind of cut out after that.
Thanks.
You always cut out when it's convenient for me. How convenient?
I'm about to lose something.
Your mind?
Oh, never mind. We got a crit. Okay, I had a Wobbuffet on screen.
Oh.
I was like, if I don't kill this immediately, I lose something.
Wobbuffet does whatever Wobbuffet does, killing.
But we're actually fine. The Wobbuffet died because we got a crit. Good job, Scizor.
Yes. You know, you can always count on Scizor.
Yeah. Start the female Scizor.
Yes.
So, I love Squirtle's sprite in this generation, by the way.
Yeah, I just had it on my screen and killed it, but it's really cute.
A Squirtle? No way.
Yeah.
I got a Squirtle too.
Yay!
We're so linked.
Yay!
You
No,
gotta slow
that's the
down.
wrong series.
No, you gotta slow down. Your Soul Link partner's gotta catch up.
I don't care if you have ketchup.
Every time. It never fails. Alright, Union Cave. Onion Cave.
Yes, you go to the Onion Cave.
That's a Mantike. Okay. Hello, man.
It feels like weeks since I was in the Onion Cave.
That's good.
You're like, I'm not even gonna respond to that.
That's good. I'm happy for you.
Yes. Now shut up.
Can I turn,
You may turn. I don't know what's behind you, but yeah, sure.
Can I turn animations off until I catch up?
Well, you're not gonna catch up, so no, that won't do any good.
I don't have Pokeballs. Oh, that's great.
Oh.
No encounter for me.
Do you already have on the encounter?
Mantine was my encounter in Onion Cave. You know, with the Gen 2 sprite here of Mantine, you can't really tell that that's a Remoraid. It just looks like he's got a third eye.
Wait, what?
with Mantine's sprite.
Yes.
With his older sprites, there would be a Remoraid hanging on one of his fins. And you can't really tell that it's a Remoraid. It just looks like a third eyeball just sitting on his, like, wing.
I don't know if I ever knew that he had that.
Really?
I thought Mantine was just a flying fish.
It's based off a stingray, if I'm not mistaken.
But then Mantine should be. Oh, it's based off the pancake fish.
No, that's the ground electric type Pokemon. What is his name?
Oh yeah, Stunfisk.
Yeah, Stunfisk.
Yeah,
Mantine
was there
is
first.
No, Mantine is based
Yes,
off of it's based off of a stingray.
You're like, let me think.
Mantine is based off a stingray, and Remoraid is based off of one of those fish. Well, it's based off a gun, and one of the fish that sit under the belly or the fins of other fish and eat the bacteria that's left. I don't know what that fish is called. Like, I'm not the guy on TikTok that does cool animal facts. I don't know if you've seen those videos or not, but
I don't do TikTok. I occasionally watch your TikToks if you're bugging me for them, but other than that, I never come on TikTok.
Yo, I just beat Landon. Shoutouts to Inferno Man.
Like every episode.
Do I shout out Landon every episode?
Pretty much.
Alright, bet. We
Now
got a
it's,
new
now it's a
meme of-
challenge. You're
Yeah,
you're
we're
gonna
getting-
incorporate him somehow in every episode.
Yep. I gotta figure it out now. Just randomly be like, hey, that person kind of looks like Landon.
Yeah.
Like, I fight one of the beauties, like, in Whitney's gym, I'm gonna be like, that girl has really nice hair, like Landon.
I'm excited to see what you come up with.
This should
Probably
be fun.
nothing good,
Facts.
but you're trying.
Oh, that's a fire type. I should not be in here fighting a fire type with, Oh, that's not good.
That's not good.
Oh, that was bad. Okay, let's get out of there.
That
I
was
don't-
bad.
My car go fast. Just embered my still scissor. Why is it my brain never works?
Have you tried replacing the battery?
They're out of my size.
Wow.
No more batteries in my size.
I don't know why I said wow. I have no follow-up to that. It was the first that came to mind.
Yo, I've got to defeat Tadpole. Hi, Tadpole.
Hi Tadpole, bye Tadpole.
Yep, bye, Tadpole. Now I gotta start coming up with inventive ways to bring up his name. Yo, Snubble's kinda cute. Like Landon.
We said
Sorry.
every episode, not the whole episode.
Okay.
But,
I know this
I'm
is...
sure Landon is appreciate being compared to a Snubble.
I know this is Gen 2, and Incineroar is not Gen 2. But is there any way we can put Incineroar on the thumbnail and just just freaking put him in like a wig or something?
Wait, put who on the thumbnail?
And Incineroar, the Pokemon,
Oh, Incineroar.
which is Landon's mascot, and I was talking about how nice his hair is.
Yeah, that's
So we put-
the kitty starter.
Yes, Litten's Final Evolution.
That, yes, from one of the gens I never played.
Gen 7?
Exactly.
You never played Gen 7?
Your ears
I think
are
we've
very
been-
good.
I think we've been over this.
Probably.
And somehow it still surprises me.
Yeah.
Is
you
there
know,
any other generation you've never played?
Yes and no.
Confused.
That's good. That's what I do.
Thanks.
Why do I do that? I mean, it's fine. You will die.
Wow. Okay.
Not you. I meant.
That's what I do. That's what I do. Why do I do that? It's fine, you'll die. Pain.
I'm so glad you don't do intros.
That's because that was it right there.
Okay. People who watch this episode will understand. Maybe.
I don't watch our episodes, so I'm never gonna understand. I'm just gonna believe you want me to die.
I know you never understand.
I didn't say understand. I said watch our videos. Hello,
What?
darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, the sound of silence. That's what we need right now.
That's not very nice. Alright, I'll be quiet. can't do it.
I was almost about to say something.
You could literally watch me as we're silent. My face goes from like calm and collected to freaking a smile just crosses my face very slowly, and I'm like, I cannot do this.
I was just looking around at my fake watch and was like looking at my microphone,
too.
bumping like my earbuds. Do they work?
I started looking around. I looked to my left, and then I looked to the right. Then I started looking at the screen, and I was like, I cannot. I tried. I looked at the time too to see how long we had left. I was like, can we do this for 5 more minutes? And I was like, that's not possible.
No. You were all thinking like, how am I gonna wrap this up if we can't speak?
Oh man. Alright.
It was a nice experiment, and that's always Whitfield.
If I did do intro moments, like we had a couple of good ones right there that were possible.
Yeah.
Yo, Gobble with low kick? What?
Yo, Gobble becoming good boy. I mean, he always is a good boy, but yeah, that.
Why is it one of the Dodrio bird faces always looks sad?
Because it feels left out. The other two are having fun.
Oh, he's like the Rudolph of the group.
Yeah, it's kind of like when
Me.
I don't know. Do you have a red nose?
When my allergies are acting up, yeah.
Oh, well then go back to Santa.
I do understand where Rudolph was coming from though, because y'all always include everyone in like big voice chats and stuff, especially on your streams. I always hear like 8 people talking to you, and you never invite me.
I literally have my mod call open at any point and no one joins, but sure.
You're never like, hey Matt, you should jump in here and talk to me for a little bit. And I feel that
Yeah,
deep in my soul.
I'm sorry. Next time, I will personally invite you. I will DM you. I will call you, and then probably 10 hours later, you're like, "Oh, sorry, I fell asleep."
Facts. The fact that I've got 2 series going on, one with you and one with Wanako, and both of you talk about the fact that I ignore messages because I'm asleep. People are finally gonna understand, like, the real, behind the scenes me. Like, I sleep, guys. Like, I'm not here to hide it.
Yeah, you can't see it when you look at his tired face, but he sleeps.
Facts. I sleep on occasion. It's not too often, I gotta be awake for my kids on occasion, but I do sleep. Sleep is for the weak. Let's be real.
Yeah. So, when are you going to bed again?
Right after we're done.
Wow, that was funny, but not funny enough to choke on it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can get Pokeballs now.
No.
Nurse Joy, please heal all my balls.
So you're out of the
Shout
onion
out.
cave?
Yeah. Shoutouts to people that know that reference, by the way. Nurse Joy, please heal all my balls.
If you know that reference, leave it in the comments.
I know you know it. There's no way you don't know it.
Interesting.
Do you not? Oh, we gotta talk.
Yeah, because we never talk.
Ever.
No,
Why would we talk?
we just show up for these recordings. Like, none of us really likes them.
Uh-oh.
But other than that, who are you? See, he just, during recording, he's just like, I'm out of here.
You're still talking, okay. That's time, by the way.
I'm talking to our fans right now. And battling BUSGY.
No, stop! You cannot battle BUSGY!
Well, I wish I would have done that. I would have known it earlier, because now I have to kill an innocent Teddy Ursa.
Oh my god, I'm so far behind. I just got here. Is that how this is gonna be? I get to a city as you're leaving the next city?
And yeah, it's gonna be like, you're walking in, and I'll be there at the other end, yelling at you, this place isn't good enough for both of us, and then I'll leave.
This town isn't big enough for the two of us.
Yeah, that's what I meant, I just kinda messed up. It's fine.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have corrected you. I'll
No,
never do it
you should
again.
always correct me. Channel your inner Raphael. Ooh, body slam! Ho ho. I have a TM containing body slam.
Yo, that's dope.
I also...
You got a normal type? You don't have a normal type though.
I am a normal type.
You are, yes.
You don't know what I have.
Oh.
I have Whaley Tough.
Oh,
And Raphael is gonna tell us if I can actually use it.
Yes. We're looking at you, Raphael. We need your help.
You, Raphael. You know it.
Actually, that's the title of the video. Screw it. Raphael, we need your help.
Yes. Looking at you, Raphael.
If I did not title this episode Raphael, please let me know in the comments.
Oh,
Just remind me. I will go back and change it.
Yeah, he's gonna be so offended. He's going to the end of the episode and he's like, I'm not in the title, Maddie.
I'll get a comment immediately. Stone, you forgot. Oh yeah, Raphael, I got you, bro.
So this episode was sponsored by Raphael.
Facts.
Raphael, you're great.
We love you, Raphael. We were joking. We were picking on you. I do personally appreciate all the comments you leave on the videos, letting me know the stuff that I've forgotten, because it truly helps me out.
Yeah.
But you're done with BUSGY?
Yeah, I'm saved and everything. I'm just waiting for you to, say peace out.
We're not gonna do the I forgot we were recording thing again.
I mean, we can.
Alright guys, that's good. That was a great episode. Alright guys, that's gonna be the end of this one. Hope you all enjoyed, hope you all have a great time. Anything you need to say before we exit out of this? I forgot we were recording.
Yeah, I forgot where I am. But
Mark forgot how to do outros here.
Yes, I literally forgot how to speak. But, I just think I'm happy to be back. And I hope you all have an amazing rest of January.
Yes, January. It's been interesting already. One day. Alright guys, hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all have a great day. We will see you on Wednesday for episode 8 on Mark's channel. And until next time guys, later.